Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Aligned Strength Podcast. Today, we are talking about something that every single one of us deals with at every single time, every single day at some point, every single day, and that is food, nutrition. Before we get into the episode, if you are new here, this is the Aligned Strength Podcast by Fit For You, and my name is Mandy Scow, and I am the host of this podcast. And we are out of Wisconsin. We have a gym, fitness center in Trumpelow, Wisconsin called Fit For You. And this podcast is a branch off of our gym and a podcast where we talk about fitness, nutrition, life, and all around good health and everything in life. So also, before I get into the podcast today, I'd like to mention our nutrition partnership and affiliate, which is JSF Nutrition. There is a link in the show notes to the website, as well as a promo code. Promo code is all caps, Mandy, MANDY 10 for 10% off of your order. The best vegan protein. I choose vegan, makes my gut feel a lot better, and also need to be wheat-free, gluten-free. So their vegan is amazing, the best one I've had so far. I also have the collagen peptides, their peptides, and also their rest. It's called rest. So I make it into like a mocktail at night before bed over ice. Very good. Wind down and helps with sleeping. Also, their creatine gummies. They have creatine gummies, and my teenagers, high schoolers, these gummies they like more than any other creatine that we have tried in the past. So lots of positives with JSF Nutrition. So check it out. All right, heading into our episode. So talking about food, nutrition, something that we all deal with every single day. Questions that we might be asking ourselves: what should I eat? What shouldn't I eat? Am I eating too much? Am I eating too little? Do I need more protein? Should I cut carbs? Should I fast? Should I track? All the things. So top 10 nutrition questions that fitness professionals get asked and the answers. Here we go. All right, honestly, the nutrition world has become so confusing. Every time you open social media, someone is telling you something different. One person says, don't eat carbs. Someone else says, eat only plants. Or someone says, fasting is the answer. Intermittent fasting is the answer. Someone might say, eat 6 meals a day. Someone says, never eat after 7 p.m. And that gets you thinking, like, okay, what one? Oh, okay, so what am I actually supposed to do? Which one should I follow? After being in the fitness industry for years and working with hundreds of people, I can tell you this. Most people don't need more complication. They don't need a more complicated plan. They need to get consistent with the basics. The basics: real food, enough protein, enough water, strength training, movement, sleep, less stress. The boring things that actually work. The boring things work in fitness, and the boring things work in nutrition. So today, we're going to go over the top 10 questions fitness professionals get asked about nutrition, and we're going to answer them. So, question number 1. What is the best diet? This is probably the number one question. Should I do keto? Should I do intermittent fasting? Should I count macros? Should I go low carb? And my answer, the best diet is the one that you can actually stick with. The one that fits your lifestyle. Here's the truth. Almost every quote unquote diet works because it creates some kind of structure. It makes you more aware of what you're eating. But the reason most diets fail is because people pick something they can only maintain for 30 days. They go all in, going all in, no carbs, no sugar, no eating out, no fun. Then life happens, vacations happen, birthdays happen, stress happens, and they feel like they've failed. Your nutrition should fit your life. It needs to fit your lifestyle, especially when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. We are not chasing perfection anymore. We are chasing energy, strength, healthy hormones, healthy bones, healthy organs, longevity. That's what we're chasing in our 30s, 40s, 50s, and older. So can you eat this way for 1 year from now? That's the question. That's the question that you need to ask. What I'm doing now with my eating, can it last for a whole year? Going all or nothing is not going to work. You have to find what works in your lifestyle. Question number 2, how much protein do I actually need? All right, protein is probably the biggest thing I see people under eating, which is very normal. It's very normal to under eat, especially women. Especially women tell me, I eat pretty healthy. And they usually do. But then we look at protein, and they're getting maybe 40 to 50 grams a day. Protein helps with building muscle, keeping muscle as we age, recovery, keeping you fuller longer, supporting metabolism. And muscle is everything as we age. That's main focus, is muscle as we age. So after age 30, we naturally start losing muscle if we aren't actively trying to keep it. That means strength training and enough protein. Strength training and enough protein. A simple goal for many people, trying to get 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Per meal, not in one day, per meal. 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal. Here are some examples of protein. Eggs and Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, lean beef, protein smoothie, cottage cheese, turkey, tofu. Protein doesn't have to be complicated. Before you worry about supplements, detoxes, and all the extras, ask yourself, did I hit my protein today? So the first thing you should be asking yourself when you're thinking about a meal is, what is my protein in this meal? Number 1, what is my protein in the meal? All right, question number 3. Are carbs bad? No, carbs are not bad. Carbs have gotten such a bad reputation, but carbs are your body's preferred energy source. Your muscles use carbohydrates. Your brain uses carbohydrates. The problem isn't usually carbs. The problem is the type and amount of carbs. There's a difference. There's a difference between a potato, fruit, rice, oats, vegetables, compared to eating ultra-processed foods all day. Carbs can absolutely fit into a healthy lifestyle, especially if you use strength training, running, hiking, doing classes, playing sports. So if you're doing all of those, your body needs fuel. Food is not the enemy. It's information and energy for your body. So that's what carbs are. Carbs are information and energy for your body. Food is. Okay? So carbs fuel your body, but it's the right carbs. It's the right type of carbs and the amount. So remember that good carbs for fuel: potato, fruit, rice, oats, vegetables. And staying away from the ultra-processed carbs. So totally different. Real food versus processed. Real versus processed. Question number 4. Do I have to track calories? No. Can tracking help? Absolutely. Tracking can be a tool. It teaches awareness. A lot of people have no idea how much protein they're eating or how many calories are coming from little things throughout the day. But you don't have to track forever. Some people love numbers, some people hate them. There was a small period of time when I counted calories, and it didn't last very long. But I was then aware of what I was taking in, how many calories it was, and it trained me how to eat and how not to, and what to stay away from, or what was a lot of calories. So you can definitely use it as a tool, but you don't have to do it nobody's counting calories forever. That's not even realistic. But use it for a tool for a small window to help you be aware. I would try that. If you want to count calories to get you going and so you're aware, and then you know, and then you're just going to naturally know. Another way is building a balanced plate. Balanced plate on your plate. Protein first. Then add vegetables. Then add quality carbs. Then add healthy fats, and keep it simple. The goal is not to be obsessed with food. The goal is understanding your food. Understanding your food. So again, building a balanced plate, your plate. Protein first, then vegetables, then quality carbohydrates, and then healthy fats. Question number 5. Why am I eating healthy but not losing weight? This one is huge because healthy food still has calories. You can eat avocados, nuts, healthy oils, smoothies, protein bars, all great foods, but portions still matter. And the other thing, sometimes people are eating too little during the day. They have coffee for breakfast, they barely eat lunch. Then at night, their body is starving and they snack all evening. Your body likes consistency. Fuel yourself, especially women over 40. Sometimes the answer isn't eating less and exercising more. Sometimes it's more protein, more strength training, better sleep, managing stress, building muscle. All right, question number 6. What should I eat before and after a workout? Before workouts, think energy. You want something your body can use. Examples: banana, toast with peanut butter, protein smoothie, Greek yogurt, something simple. And then after workouts, think recovery, which would be protein plus carbohydrates. Your muscles just worked, so they need nutrients. One of the biggest mistakes people make is crushing a workout and then not fueling afterwards. Working out breaks muscle down. Recovery builds it back stronger. Okay, so before workouts, think energy. After workouts, think recovery. And this could be different for I don't eat before working out. I can't. I have to work out on an empty stomach. Just because otherwise, if I have something in my stomach, then I feel like I'm going to throw up. And not everybody is like that. Some people have to have something in their stomach or they feel fainty. So it's all up to you. It is your body. Everybody's body works differently. There's not a one size fits all. So you have to figure out what works best for you. But again, if you are eating, if you need to eat something, if you need to have something in your body before workouts, make it light, like a banana or peanut butter toast, Greek yogurt, something like that. But again, before the workout, we're thinking energy, and after the workout, we're thinking recovery. Question number 7. Are supplements necessary? Supplements are exactly what the name says. They supplement. They do not replace. You cannot out-supplement for habits. You want to start with food, water, sleep, strength training. Then look at supplements. Some common ones people ask about is protein powder. Now, this is helpful if you struggle hitting protein. So if you struggle hitting protein, then add a protein powdered shake or smoothie, maybe like between your meals, or have it like a snack, or, have that with your breakfast. You can have, eggs and meat with your protein smoothie too. Just, so you use that. It is not necessarily to replace. It is use it as in addition to it. Creatine, one of the we're talking about supplements here, so that was protein powder. Creatine, one of the most researched supplements, and can help with strength and muscle. Some people take creatine like it. Some, don't feel the benefits from it. There are a ton of benefits, but I will say that it is seriously the most researched supplement, and it is very safe to take. So remember that. And there is a lot of positive benefits with creatine. Collagen. Collagen can support getting additional amino acids. Magnesium. Many people use it for sleep and relaxation. But remember, the foundation matters first. The foundation matters first. Question number 8. How much water should I drink? Most people underestimate hydration. Being dehydrated, can affect energy, performance, digestion, recovery, hunger signals. A simple goal. Here's a simple goal. Start with half your body weight in ounces. So start with that. Start with half of your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 160 pounds, aim around 80 ounces per day of water, of drinking water. If you're sweating, if you're exercising, or you're outside in the summer, you're going to need more. Before changing anything with your nutrition, sometimes ask, did I drink enough water today? For me, if I drink more water if my water bottle has a straw, if my cup has a straw, if it's just like I just naturally drink more water with a straw. So I don't know if anybody else is like that, but maybe try it. But also shoot for half of your body weight. That's a simple goal of drinking water each day. And remember, many parts of your system that need to be rolling each day are affected if you're dehydrated and you're not drinking enough water. So if you're thinking how much water should I drink, start with that. Simple goal, half of your body weight in ounces per day. Number 9, can I still eat foods I enjoy? Yes. Please. Yes. Because a healthy lifestyle includes living. You should be able to go out for dinner. You should be able to have birthday cake. You should be able to enjoy holidays. Have pizza night with your family. The problem isn't one meal. The problem is when one meal turns into giving up completely. One unhealthy meal doesn't ruin your progress. Just like one healthy meal doesn't create results. It's a work in progress. It will you're not going to see results after eating one healthy meal. So you also don't need to throw in the towel when you have one bad meal. All right, so remember that just like one healthy meal doesn't create the results. So remember, don't ruin your progress after one. You have one bad meal, or if you think it's bad, no, actually, that's how you can change your thinking on it. Don't think it's bad and you just throw out your whole progress. Don't think it's bad. Think of it as, this is my me living happy meal. So I'm living happy. That's what this meal is today. So like, okay, you're going all week long. And there's a lot of people that do go all week and then they loosen it up a little bit on the weekends. But again, you also can throw away your whole week in just one weekend. But okay, now I'm really getting off track here. Anyway, okay, so you're on track, but then you have a birthday party. And you know what? Most birthday parties don't have salads. Okay, so you gotta eat something, but don't feel guilty. Do not feel guilty. Feel happy. You are living happy, and that's your meal for the day. So like, take it as a win. And then the next day, go back to your regular, simple, balanced meals. But don't feel guilty. You don't call it a cheat day. Call it, this is me living happy. That's that meal for the day. It's what you repeatedly do that consistently wins. So if you repeatedly and you stay consistent with eating clean and healthy and real food, balanced, the majority of the time, 80%, 80-20, another good rule to follow, 80-20. 80% clean, 20% you're living happy meals. Okay? So staying consistent with that will win. Question number 10. Where do I start? Where do I start with nutrition? That gets asked a lot. This might actually be my favorite question because people think they need a complete life makeover. They think, Monday, I'm changing everything. New diet, new workout, no sugar, no eating out, 2 hours in the gym. Okay. Not realistic. None of it. You can try it. You're going to fail because you're setting yourself up for failure. And then by Thursday, they're exhausted. Yep. You're checked out. You need to start smaller. Pick one habit. Here's some examples. Well, here's a habit you could try. Protein at every meal. Start with that. Start finding your protein and put it into every meal. Drink more water. Start with that one. All right, this week I'm going to drink half of my body weight in ounces. I'm going to start with that for the week. Then next week, I'm going to add more vegetables to my meal. That week, I'm going to start adding more vegetables. So you see, it's slow, simple additions to your life. Slow, simple changes. I'm going to walk daily. I'm going to strength train 3 days a week. And those 3 days are only going to be 30 minutes. They're not going to be 2 hours in the gym. I'm going to get up for 30 minutes, 3 30s, 3 times a week, 30 minutes each. 330. 330, 352. There you go. 52 days or 52 weeks. That's a goal. That could be a yearly goal. 3 strength workouts 3 times a week for 52 weeks at 30 minutes each. 3, 30, 52. That's a goal. Get more sleep. Add that one in there. Get more sleep. Just master one thing, and then build off of that. Your health is not a 30-day challenge. Your health is the rest of your life. It's not these challenges. I mean, you can do these challenges. I've done challenges just to see how I feel. I mean, I've done the whole 30 challenge, which is cutting out, oh my God, cutting out a lot of stuff for 30 days. And it was hard. Like after I was done, I was like, I'm never doing that again. But I felt amazing. My gut felt amazing. But it also taught me what foods my body liked and what foods they didn't like. So I learned from it. But it was that. It was not a lifestyle. There ain't no way I'm eating that way for the rest of my life. It was a 30-day challenge. It was a challenge only for 30 days, which is great. If you want to use those challenges to learn from, excellent. But you have to figure out what will work long-term with your lifestyle. So you have to start small because your health is the rest of your life. So start small and build. Master one thing at a time and build from there. Start with getting more sleep. Start with adding vegetables to your meals. And then from there, once you master that, then walk daily. Once you master that, then drink more water. So take it step by step. All right, if you take anything away from today's episode, I want you to remember this. Nutrition does not have to be complicated. It does not have to be complicated. Your body doesn't need punishment. Your body needs consistency. Especially as we get older, this journey changes. Our health journey definitely changes as we get older. Women, I know you're listening to this and you're like, yeah, yeah, we're changing, man. And it's less about chasing a number on the scale. It is not even about that anymore. It is about having energy, feeling strong, keeping muscle, keeping your heart healthy, moving your body, getting through menopause. Yeah, that's where we're at. Being able to hike, travel, play with our kids, play with our grandkids, adding years to your life and life to your years. Stop looking for the perfect plan. Start mastering the basics. So here's a goal. Here's a goal for you for the week. Your goal this week. Pick one nutrition habit. Just one, not 10. Choose to hit your protein goal every day, or drink your water, or cook more meals at home, or add vegetables, or reduce processed snacks. Pick one thing and prove to yourself you can stay consistent. Because confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. Small steps repeated over time create huge changes. If you know somebody who can benefit from this episode, please share it with them. Give us a 5-star for the episode, for the podcast on whatever platform you listen to it on. This really helps our podcast out a lot. But leave a review, like the episode, share it with a friend, and we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Hey, y'all, the information shared in this podcast is for educational and motivational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.